Hello and welcome to Vision 2, the very chaotic and disorganised second channel of Vision. And today I want to talk to you about retro gaming holy grails. By the way, excuse the mess, I've been doing retro tink stuff, there's cables everywhere. So we're talking about retro gaming holy grails. Now we've seen all these, in America, these games that are in plastic boxes that are supposed to be worth tens of thousands of dollars because they're perfect in a plastic box and some organisation has certified them. But frankly, you could present me with a pristine copy of Mario 25 on cartridge and tell me that's worth $10,000. That means nothing to me at all. Nothing to me at all. Yeah, it's a thing that's apparently worth money, but it doesn't really matter. Even games that I know are actually that I'd quite like to own but never will, some of the MSX cartridge games, the fantastically named Space Manbo. Space Manbo, what a name! Which you see go on eBay for hundreds of pounds. Yeah, it's exciting, but it's not really going to get me kind of worked up other than this cartridge is cool and rare. I've got games like I am excited about that cost not a huge amount of money in today's terms compared to what they are now, but a Japanese copy of Rainbow Islands and a New Zealand Story. They were relatively expensive at the time, kind of £50, something like that, £60. I mean, now you can double that, but I'm really happy to have those games. But there was one game back in the day that I've really always wanted. It was just a standard Amstrad CPC disc game. It was, I don't think I ever saw adverts for the game. I knew the game existed, but I saw it listed for sale in places like Software City, in Amstrad Action and so on. And I always wanted to own a copy, and he'd ring the mail order company up and say, do you have a copy of such and such? And they never did. I never saw it, this game, in the shops. I never saw it re-released. I saw a Spectrum copy on a compilation that I had, that I briefly owned, but it wasn't the proper kind of boxed original, and none of the other games in the compilation loaded, so I took it back to Smith's. So, what is this game? It is Carrier Command. An Amstrad disc copy. I've got an Amstrad disc copy of Carrier Command at last. And it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. It was £6-7, something like that, £8 on eBay. And I've never seen a copy on eBay on Amstrad disc before. And this is what I've been trying to buy from the pages of Amstrad Action from the mail order companies who listed it. This is hen's teeth. This is literal hen's teeth for me. This gets me incredibly excited just to know I own a copy of Carrier Command on disc for the Amstrad. And you may say, oh, my mate had this. I saw it on sale, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I never did. This thing is unobtainium as far as I'm concerned. I just never, I wanted it and I just could not get it. I mean, I know you can get any game these days in modern systems, and back when we were buying software for our 8-bits, you had to go to a software shop. Would they have it in stock? Could you get it in mail order? And so on. But, I tried all the methods of getting hold of it, and I'd never even seen a review. And I never managed to get hold of a copy. And the reason I wanted it, because my mate had this, or in fact 2 friends had this on their ST, and I thought it was an amazing game. And I just wanted it on the Amstrad. I didn't need to see a review. I didn't need to see screenshots. I just wanted it. I was blown away when I realised there was an Amstrad version available. And of course, Rainbird aren't going to let you down because it's Rainbird. And I don't know why this is so rare for the CPC. Is it because Telecomsoft and Rainbird, closed and changed hands, and therefore, this was one of the last games produced? Did they just not do many for the Amstrad? Did all the copies go to France or something? As can happen with Amstrad games. So yeah, to actually have a copy is amazing. And let's have a look at what you get in the box. Let's have a look at the box first, if you can see that. It's in very, very good condition. This is if you follow me on Twitter, this is from the seller who, about 2 weeks ago, I said there is somebody with loads of Amstrad games, and I posted out a link to Fighter Bomber, which he had a copy of for a reasonable price. And I'd bought his copy of Starglider off him. I thought, I've got a copy of Starglider. That's great. And I didn't spot this the first time on the listing at his shop. And I went through a second time just by chance. And I went, oh my God, there's a copy of Carrier Command. Oh, and it's not hideously expensive. And, it's got to be something wrong with it, but it turned up, and we've got all the stuff on the back there. Strike attack from the depths of the ocean. Vast energies force molten lava to the surface, leaving volcanic islands to cool in the streaming waters. It's Carrier Command. You know Carrier Command. And you've got pictures from the ST version on the back, because, of course, they're not going to give you the Amstrad version, because you know perfectly well it's all going to be done in 4 colours. Come on, open. Open. Excuse me a moment. There we go. We're on the action camera today, by the way, not the webcam or anything else. I'm doing this very quickly because it's Cinevision 2. So we open it up and we get Carrier Command Amstrad CPC. Before you load Carrier Command, you're advised to read the mission briefing. So read the instructions. This is telling you all the Amstrad stuff that clearly isn't going to be in the manual. You've got stuff about the Amstrad colour coding there for the islands. And you do get... Some people say this is only available on the PC version, but no, the Spectrum and Amstrad version do have a time-lapse option, which allows you to speed up the game when you're travelling between islands when the fire button is pressed, which is really, really handy. So we also have in here our mission briefing and ACC Epsilon Operations Guide Amstrad version. I like to know what it says underneath there, but I don't want to ruin it. And you get the full mission briefing document. All of it's in there. And then we come to what's in the disc box itself. We have a 3-inch disc copy of Carrier Command. There. That is a Maxell disc. We can tell that because the different arrangement on the... This is Maxell, isn't it? I'm not saying something stupid. Yeah. I'm always frightened when I just say something and then I've said something, I look at it later and go, you idiot, Chinny. Why did you say that? You know your CPC disc. That is a Maxell disc. And you can tell that by the write protect mechanism isn't a push down one there, like it is on the Amsoft / kind of Panasonic ones. And you get the Carrier Command theme here as well, which I'll play you a bit now so you can hear it. all of that. So, does the game work? Let's cut back to yesterday when I tried it out. So disk goes in, you load it in, and my disk drive is a little bit ill at the moment. If anyone knows someone who services CPC disk drives who's in the UK, let me know, because I think my 6128 is not the drive belt. I think it needs more than that. It sounds lethargic, so I think it needs lubrication or something. So let me know in the comments if there's someone who services 3-inch disk drives. Because see, it's CPC carrier command. It's 4 colours, it's obviously running on an 8-bit, and so on. I've reviewed it on Tuning before, link in the description, so you can see my full thoughts on all the versions of carrier command. And clearly the PC version is the one to own, but that's not the one, or to play rather, but that's not the one I wanted to own. I wanted to own this one, because it's the one I couldn't get hold of. You know, it's carrier command. Wow, a game that I saw so many times. Well, I saw advertised in mail order companies, you know, so many times, and you'd ring them up and I'd say that it wouldn't be there, they wouldn't have a copy, and finally I own a copy of carrier command, and this one is going to go on display because I don't have a huge amount. But I've got a lot of tape games on display, not a lot of kind of Rainbird titles and stuff. But this one is definitely going up on the shelf with my MSX cartridge games, because for me, and probably nobody else, it's the ultimate game to own.